YouTube, what is going on? We have another video. This one is by Charles Forte, and this looks pretty interesting already by the hashtags. Hashtag dating, hashtag drama, FYP. And it says, woman ruins relationship after man exposes her lies. So let's go ahead and just check this out. Headphones on, and let's watch.
Come on, let's go inside.
Ma'am, I have a picture of her holding her. Don't ever trespass her, bro. She's a fake girl, bro. She took my money, she took my phone, she took everything. Ma'am.
I don't have any of your Stop harassing my name.
I'm not harassing no one. Let me say it. Look, we were supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, bro.
In today's video, a woman takes on more drama than she's prepared to handle, as a man confronts her out in public while she's out with her boyfriend, claiming she's not to be trusted. She says she doesn't know the man, but the evidence he has says otherwise.
Oh my gosh. We're not even like a minute in, and this is already just very distressing. Now, something that I would like to say to everyone is that if you're ever being cheated on, that's a psychological abuse that I would say I wouldn't wish on none of y'all. I wouldn't wish that nobody cheats on you. I wouldn't wish that anybody lies to your face and leads you on. And likewise, I would hope that a person can respect you enough to not just take from you without reciprocating. Those are some things that are just very, very common, I would feel, in the dating market, because we all know nowadays that the dating market has piss in it. And it's honestly because, nobody wants to take accountability. Guys don't want to take accountability for running away from commitment to certain women, even though they have no problem smashing them and sleeping with them. And women likewise want to do the same thing because they think they're breaking even. And I'm not going to get into what you should do with your body, but like I said, just understand it's a very slippery slope, and I don't wish that for none of y'all, none of my subscribers, none of my viewers. But let's jump right back up into this.
And so let's examine the evidence, apply the logic, and deliver the accountability.
Nice intro, nice intro. And it's very crazy and it's very messy when like everybody's just kind of yelling, screaming, they're out in like the middle of nowhere or just a totally random spot. Because how it more than likely happened is they were probably in the car, like he was probably driving her somewhere, or maybe he's seen her like, on the side just talking or walking around after they got in an argument. He was like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna air it out right here. And yeah, now that's what we get this scenery from.
I have my key. I'm just trying to make sure it's good.
Just give me my phone. Give me my phone back.
I don't know. You're saying I have this girl's
I have a picture of you holding you, bro. What are you talking?
I don't know you.
Come on, let me show you the picture
I
then.
don't know you.
Let me show you the picture. You want to see it?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, if you don't know him, come on, let's go inside.
Ma'am, I have a picture of her holding her.
So the context seems to be that she has something of his. Now, this is another slope that I was talking about earlier, where somebody can take things and then they're not reciprocating. So something that it plagues both men and women is that in the dating world, if you give a partner something, whether that's like temporary use or you had like some jewelry or something, the moment that you give it to them as a gift, you're screwed. Because then by court of law, it's theirs. And then you'd have to go to court and all this other stuff. Because even if you call the cops, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to say, hey, look, such and such has an item here. And if she doubles down like this right here, where she's like, well, I don't even know him. I don't even this, I don't even that. They're going to just say this is a civil matter, and they're going to tell you to go to court. And at that point in time, it's going to be like, is it really worth it to take them to court over like maybe a phone, maybe like some items that you might have bought them? So understand, for my men and my women, if you're going to give somebody something, it is forfeit, okay? And if you're only giving it to them temporarily, have it in some form of writing or something. Like have it through text message, because you know phone calls it'll just be verbal. Whatchamacallit, it'll be like a verbal contract that was broken. But always, 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 like, yeah, you can use this for such and such amount of time, but this is not yours. You know, like claim ownership of your things before you just give it off to people. And I know that's not romantic, but still, you have to be very careful and you have to protect yourself. That's not moving out of love, but you know, like I said, just be wary, because some people, they're weird.
Never trust that girl, bro. She's a fake ass girl, bro.
You can't get in here.
She took my money, she took my phone, she took everything. Damn.
I don't have any of your
Make sure
shit.
you want to see it.
Stop harassing my nigga.
I'm not harassing no one. Let me say it. Look, we were supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, bro.
Leave me the hell
I gave her a
alone.
phone
Leave me
and
that. See,
clothes.
he's got a taser on him, bro. He's got.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Bro, yeah, he's
I'm
got
not
a
nothing.
taser on
I got
him.
purple
Baby,
spray
let's
too.
go.
I got
I'm
everything.
not
That's
doing
perfect.
this.
And then I guess she's also there with her boyfriend. She's like, baby, let's go. Damn.
Baby.
I'm not gonna do anything.
I
Dating
don't have
multiple
your
people.
shit, bro.
Yeah, damn.
How old are you? You look like you're 20. How old are you?
So did she move on? Is that what you're mad about, or what?
I just want my phone and my clothes that I bought her.
I
That's
don't
it.
have any of
Oh,
your
so
shit.
you gotta kind of take it as a loss, like when you give out a wedding
I don't
ring.
even
I was
have your
born like 2
shit,
weeks ago,
bro.
bro.
Let me see that.
Oh, yeah. No. You know, please, hey, when you have the evidence and stuff like that, please, I would just suggest staying far away from whomever you have the evidence on. Like, ladies, if you have evidence that that boy was cheating and stuff like that, now you might get away with it because you can, you know, talk this and that, and y'all could be all rowdy, like as you're watching here. If the dude was being all right, like, yo, man, you better give me my phone, more than likely he would have gotten a fight with this guy. Up here, you know, police would have been called already. But when it's like a female, I don't know what it is, but I'm not even gonna say society, because I had a conversation with a friend about that. It just seems to be socially accepted that women can crash out in public, and you know, people just look at it and be like, ah, yeah, whatever, you know, it is what it is. So
It doesn't show a date.
Wow, this situation went from 0 to 100 really
and
quick.
as for the guy, like, yeah, I should just stop talking. Just go ahead.
And so we got a guy who's claiming that he was in a relationship with this woman. How it ended, we don't know about that part yet, but we do know that he's saying they were together, and now he wants to get back some things that he gave her because they're not together anymore. And here's the crazy part, because it's one thing if she would have said, you just can't have your stuff back, or it's over, leave me alone. She's saying she don't even know the man.
Yeah.
But he got pictures of you. So how is that possible that he has a picture of you holding him, you guys are embracing, but then you say you don't know the man? Clearly, I mean, AI can do some pretty awesome things nowadays,
Yeah.
but the way he said we were supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, I think he sound pretty real.
Yeah, no, like, that's why, bro, they be like, go through that girl phone, and likewise with you, sis, go through that guy's phone. I know people tell you, like, don't do it to yourself, because if you're looking for a reason, you gonna find it and this and that, but no, man, I'm a person, I would always want the truth, even if it hurts, because unfortunately for that black man, that black brother, he might be in a situation where he's completely oblivious, and he might have been dating her longer than that guy. And now this guy's coming up out of nowhere like, hey, yo, bro, you date her too, bro? Like, bro, I did. And now, you know, I get it. You gonna be pressed like, yo, who the hell you is, bro? Like, nah, does that? But understand, don't ever crash out about a partner, whether you're a female or a male. Please don't. And especially if you're a male, because for men, when crash out energy goes, like, I'm not gonna say we get like super, super bad, but it's jail time. It's potentially you losing your life, because you know dudes don't fight no more, bro. Dudes go ahead, pull out a gun, bow, you up out of here, and you're just damaging yourself. Like, just, you know, keep it P. Okay, this is what you out here doing. This is what you out here doing. All right, that's it. All right. You know, I got you right here. We holding. I'm thinking we boyfriend, girlfriend, but you got a whole nother man. All right. Hey, big bro, don't even trust her like that, bro. Cause I thought she was for me, but it looked like, you know, you got her today, so it's just your turn today. But hey, man, don't trust them females, bro, and then just go about your business. And likewise with you, like, don't ever try to fight the person who they're cheating on you with. Like, no. They are the problem. They are the ones moving sneaky and having to do all the lying and all this and all that. So, yeah, nah.
We got to play that part back again because he had that inflection in his voice when he said that line. I was like, he telling the truth. Mm-hmm. You could hear it in his voice. He still got a little bit of hurt in his soul.
Yeah.
I'm not harassing no one. Let me say it. Look, we were supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend, man. I gave her a phone and clothes.
He's got a tag on him, bro.
I mean, the way things seem at this point, she got caught up trying to juggle two guys. Yeah. Had one of them who was spending on her a little bit, and he found out, and now he wanted stuff back, and now she tried to play like she got amnesia or something, like she don't even know this guy. Because if they were, in fact, in a relationship, prior to the new guy coming into the picture, there's no harm in admitting that you guys were together, then you broke up, and you moved on, and he bought you things while you were in a relationship, and you kept those things. It's not really a big deal. That's typically what happens when you are in a relationship with somebody. But it's the complete dismissal that she even knows this man. That's wild. That's the part that leads you to believe there might be something there, because if she was still dealing with the old guy but new man walked into the picture, now she got to get her timeline straight. Now she got to make sure she got her story and her dates matched up as far as when something ended, when something else began. And if she was seeing both of these guys simultaneously, and so it can get real shaky.
Yeah, that, and I kind of don't really agree with that one thing that Charles was saying, where he was saying it's okay. Like, I could say maybe for lesser items, like, let's say she got in a relationship and she told him, hey, yo, I'm done. Like, I'm not interested in you and we should just break up. And they both mutually say, all right, well, we just going to break up. We're going to split. And then in the midst of her moving on, he's like, hey, I got you flowers. Okay, like how Charles is saying, all right. And likewise for a woman, like if a man moves on and he said, hey, I don't want nothing to do with you, like I don't need this, I don't need that, and then she goes and, like, let's say she buys him GTA 6 or something for some odd crazy reason to try to win him back, if he takes it as the gift and says, hey, that all right, I'm keeping this, but like we can't be back together and all that it is what it is, and you forfeited that said item as like as a gift to them. But something else that Charles is kind of, I don't know if he'll mention it or not, is look at how sporadic the woman's behavior is. I'll be so honest with you. This goes back to that situation where, like, you know how they say your homeboy's arguing with that gay dude or something like that, and he just says, oh, you better, you better act right before I tell him that, you let me do this and that. And it's like that puts a man, especially a straight man, in such a compromising position. Because guess what? If you don't say anything and you shut up, you might have did it, bruh. Oh, no. But at the same time, if you pressed about it and you just like, yo, what the hell you talking about, bro? This and that. Like, no, you trying me to. You look like you still did it. And so it's like, it's very tricky. It's a very slippery slope. From that first stint where he was like, hey, yo, I know you are this and that. If she really didn't know him, she should have been like, what? What are you talking? I don't know who the hell you are. And went on about her business. Been like, I don't know who you are. Could you please? I've never seen this guy a day in my life. And just kept on walking with her boo thing, and then that's it. But it's the degree of it all. Like, she's shoeless. She's walking around barefoot. She keeps on trying to pull the boy away, which of course we know because he has a picture, and she don't want him to see the picture, obviously. But that kind of behavior just screams, I am guilty. It's like you have to become a body language investigator when it comes down to seeing when people are lying and seeing when they are just, like I said, when they're just being dishonest. But anyway.
Especially when you're trying to keep up with your lie.
Oh my God, baby, we gotta go. He's literally calling the cops, bro. What
Yes,
is he doing?
if he do got a picture of you, with you, how you not know him?
I don't know him though. I'm being so for real. I've been
So you're saying he roofied you and
No,
you took a
I'm
picture?
not saying. I don't even know you. What do you mean roofied me? I didn't say
Because
that.
you said you didn't know him,
I
and there's a
don't know
picture.
him. He just randomly knocked
I just seen a picture.
Okay, he can't get in here. Let's go in
She
the
said she
house.
don't know him, but he just showed me a picture of them
Taser and shit.
hugged up like this.
Uh-oh.
So regardless,
You done heard you done heard the lady. Uh-oh. She knows him. And this is the very manipulative part about females. Cause I'm not gonna lie. Men can also be very manipulative, and to any woman who's been manipulated by a man to the point where he broke you psychologically and physically and emotionally, I don't respect that at all, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I don't mess with that behavior at all, because you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna make that woman gain trust issues. Now she's damaged. Now she's gotta go heal. And now she has two options. She can either go do the healing and go become a good woman, but that takes a lot of time, sometimes a lot of resources, and sometimes the embarrassment of having to live knowing that you were doing this, you were doing that. And I think that's disgusting. Like I said, if a man does that to a woman, and likewise, if it's a woman doing that to a man, oh man, like, women, and it seems like whether they're lying or whether they're really angry, they can burst out onto tears on, like, right on the scene. And if you, this is like, you know, if you're a guy, it's so messed up. You got to be able to see through that, bro. Like, you really do have to be able to see through that, because I'm not gonna lie, I done seen some things, man. I seen some women, like, genuinely, she cheated on this guy, or she you know, was being out here doing this, doing that, probably talking trash about him, whatever, lying to the rich guy, like, I don't even know that guy, this and that. But when she's caught, she will burst out into tears. I was manipulated, I was this and that. It's like, wow. Because for dudes, I don't think that's possible. Like, for dudes to just, oh my, like, unless he gonna really lose you for real, and you really important to him, of which it's like, well, if she was so important to you, why were you cheating in the first place? You know, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna talk about all those things that they be saying, like, oh, well, a dude could cheat and still love his woman. Look, man, can we all just stop cheating, period? Like, stop. This is gross. Disgusting behavior. STDs, STIs, all this other stuff that lurks in the bedroom. Please stop cheating. You know, and stop lying to people.
She
If-
probably took something.
even if she wants to not,
Listen, once you're in a relationship,
you can let go and you can move on. It's
Threatening to call, if he knew me, if I was his ex, then why is he threatening to call the cops on me for this? Why? Because I haven't talked to anyone besides him for fucking months. Bro, I don't even know you.
this is nuts.
I don't have.
I'm a housewife.
I don't have what you're saying I have. No, but he's on the phone with the cops. How am I supposed to ignore that? He's saying I have like his phone and like nothing.
Damn, and this is where she lives at, too. She lives in a pretty interesting neighborhood. This don't look like, you know, the suburbs. This looks like, I'll be honest, if I could say, it's like downtown area in Miami. Like, you've got some spots that have been renovated and there's like some tall buildings, and then you got some spots where it's like, this didn't really get touched up as much. This wasn't shown a lot of love. So it's more than likely those lower income spots that are gonna be gentrified in a little bit once the market value for that neighborhood gets up, and then all them people got to get out.
Babe.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I want to be honest though, is that the same guy that's walking with her? And crats to him, because like I said, them boys didn't need to fight. They didn't need to go out here this and that. If he's telling the truth, bro, and he really got that stuff on, both of them need to just completely fall back from that, because if it's gonna be a secret, if she's not going to let them know up front, yeah, I'm talking to all these other dudes as well, and they not down to have an open poly, whatever the hell, morphic relationship and all this and that. No, absolutely not. Get out of there, bro. That dude did the right thing going over there to see that picture. And while, you know, he could have easily just grabbed the phone, but like, yeah, babe, I got it. No, don't do that. She stepped out on you, just like how she stepped out on him. Y'all go ahead. Hey, man, that's messed up. But brothers, we gotta stop killing each other, man. We gotta stop fighting, crashing out on each other about these females, bro. Some of these females, man, and likewise with you sisters, stop fighting each other over this garbage man. That's not a quality dude, even if he is rich. Stop. Your self-image and your self-portrayal is so much better than just crashing out over something this stupid, this minuscule. All right. But anyways,
she stopped crying so fast.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only one who caught that. How did she stop crying so fast? Taking everything into account that we know now, after watching both of those clips, sound like she got caught up and she trying to hold on to at least one of them. But it looked like they both walking away from her. Listen, the jig is up when you can't explain why you're in photos in his phone with the man who you claim to not even know.
You don't know.
The jig is up. But let's go ahead and go to the comments and see if we can get some context added and also what the audience thought with this video.
Definitely.
All right. First one at the top says, this one comes from the actual creator who posted this video. For more context, a guy pulled up to her house, knocked on the door, and she had another guy in there with her. She told her boyfriend that was in her house with her that she doesn't know this guy. He obviously knew her, where she lived, and knocked on the door and had a picture with her hugged up in the mirror photo. The black man in the video is her new dude.
Wow.
And he's confused because obviously she's lying because she's saying she doesn't even know the guy, but the guy clearly has a picture of them hugged up. So that's clearly a lie.
Somebody put, and this is very disgusting, that's why I just tape ourselves making love for evidence, LOL. Just JK. Being intimate and taking pictures and stuff like that is for your memories. Because at a point in time, and this is why, like I say, it's disgusting. At a point in time, y'all were comfortable enough with one another to make these videos. To, whether it's, intimate or whether it's just something as simple as a hug or holding hands and this and that. And I feel like the moment that you say that you're doing that for evidence, the only evidence I think you should do is whenever your girlfriend or your boyfriend starts crashing out, like they start acting crazy sporadic, that's when you start getting your evidence on your phone, like, hey, like, I'm not gonna fight you, I'm not gonna just like go back away from me. I said that we could talk about this a little bit later, all this and that, but I'm not. Then you can handle it in that manner. But if you're just getting the moments where, like, y'all are, like I said, y'all are having a good time, y'all are operating in that same love frequency, no, that's gross. Absolutely not, because now you're gonna have people second guessing, like, should I even hang out with you because you might take a picture of me, or you might just says, I so hate women tears. They be lying while crying. He's not lying with that one. So it's crazy how these women will make excuses for her, but if this was a man cheating, they wouldn't be talking about AI or none of that. Camera lady, the GOAT accountability. Yep. Says, so you cheated with a stranger? No shoes is diabolical. Yeah.
So what else is she lying about?
But, and I don't want to have that gender wars argument. Women will come to the defense of other women that they don't know. We already heard about this with that one guy on TikTok, A Scramble or whatever, where he talked about he seen his girlfriend after she told him, she was just, I think she was like, oh, she's gonna go to a party or whatever. He was like, oh, I'm gonna show up. She was like, no, don't show up. You don't need to go, this and that. And then, he goes, he sees her go up the stairs or gets escorted up the stairs by two guys. He, of course, finally goes up there. And guess what? He sees his girlfriend being Eiffel Towered, two guys like that. And she's in the middle. And guess what? There are women in the comments that were like, oh, how could you just let that happen to her? You should. Will we be doing the same thing? Like, I'm not even going to say that question. Let's get back to the positivity. That's gross. Whether a guy's doing it and guys are trying to say, oh, yeah, Future is my role model. That's gross. You're immature. Wake up. Get up, man. This is why love is dead, bro. Get up, y'all boys. This is gross.
Another commenter says, he said he gave her phone and everything. Creator respond back to that when it said, yeah, he bought her stuff and came to collect it when she moved on, or he found out she moved on. Another comment says, could be mistaken identity. Creator responded back to that one. Someone that lives in our apartments knows her and works with him. So he was already talking about, oh, I got a girlfriend in your apartment complex, and was talking to the coworker about it when they first started talking. but now she got a new man and don't know him. Listen, it sounds like she just was trying to keep up with her lies.
Oh, you know what? It's a Ford dealership that they live right next to. All right.
Let me go ahead and play the end of it because it looked like they both walked away.
You can let go and you can move on.
He's threatening to call, if he knew me, if I was his ex, then why is he threatening to call the cops on me for this? Why?
Yeah, he's like,
because
yo,
I
let me see
haven't
that.
talked to anyone besides him for fucking months. Bro, I don't even know you.
You see him talking.
I don't have what you're saying I have.
Looked like he showed him something. Oh, yeah, he was walking away. They both walking away.
Damn.
Whatever he showed him in that phone was enough.
Yeah.
Babe.
And it's not that walk away like there's pressure, like, all right, bro, let's take this somewhere else. Like, nah. It's that walk away like, damn, this shit crazy, boy. Like, nah, them boys homeboys now. Cause they gonna be like, bro, she was playing both of us and all. And she's very, babe, yo, babe is gone. Don't hit him with that babe stuff. If this was your babe for real, you would give him the real. Like, we gotta come honest. We gotta come correct, bro. And I get it. Some people be bored, so they want to play with people, but that is gross. Whether you bored, you're damaged, you're actually not ish. Like, stop all that, man. Ugh.
Wow. Listen, my message is for the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is, and this might be a tough pill to swallow, we all take L's.
Yeah.
You know, he thought he had something real with her. He was spending on her.
Mm-hmm.
Things ended for whatever reason. And now she acting like she don't know the man. In my experience, when someone's trying so hard to cover up one lie, it's typically because they're trying to also cover up a whole bunch of others. And so it would look like she was cheating or at least doing something that she didn't want one of those guys to find out about.
Right.
And if that's the case, you got to take accountability for her actions. Reality is, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But when you find out she belonged to them streets, you must release her back to the streets. And so, good to see that they both walked away from her and didn't look to confront
fight
each other and go at each other's head. Instead, they saw who the real problem was in this situation. Y'all let me know y'all questions, comments, thoughts, and feedback on this video right here. Go ahead and drop your comments down below. You know, I appreciate every time you guys chime in. Don't forget, you enjoy any part of the content, make sure you hit the like button for more, subscribe.
100%. We already liked the video. Likewise, you guys go ahead and support Charles Forte. He obviously eclipses my channel in terms of subs and support, but still, go check out the original source content. Even if you're not going to watch it, man, give them a like. Don't just look at my videos, please. But I rambled on for long enough, like how Charles is going to say. I'm just going to say it to y'all. Fellas, it's okay. I'm also learning that as well because I'm still new to the game as well when it comes down to certain things and certain relationships, especially grown relationships. Women are going to gaslight you. They do it all the time. And they do it by saying if you argue with them, you're sassy. Or, you know, if you speak on certain things about women, you're sassy or you're gay. And that's not the case. They just simply don't want you having the conversation with them. And that is a little control technique. And it's very subtle and very manipulative. Another thing is women will have these standards where it's like you have to, and I don't want to stick the middle finger, but you have to make money to even get their attention or to involve yourself with them. And simply put, if that's a woman that you're trying to talk to, just go ahead and back it up, man. Make life simple for yourself, and likewise for women. Make life simple for yourself. If this guy can talk about nothing but piping you down, putting you through a mattress and doing all this, doing all that, and don't do it, you know, once again, hold firm. Don't, hey, no, I'm not trying to do stuff like that. I'm actually trying to get to know you, get a connection. I want to meet your mom and stuff like that. If he ain't out here trying to have you meet his old girl and all this and all that and all that, please see the signs for what it is. I know we can really like people, and that is my issue too. I have a lover boy, or I would say, I'm a lover boy at heart. I want to love somebody. Trust me, I will hold on to it and I will try to fight for it as best as I can. But it has, in time and time again, in my past, has messed me up and has had me in situations where I stopped making YouTube videos, or I just stopped with a whole bunch of things in life. And so please, guys, understand this love stuff is serious. Make it easy. Not every time the person who looks the most attractive is the best person for you. Sometimes it's somebody who's just not as attractive, or you might not have thought they were from first glance. But when you get to know them, you start having good conversation with them, you start hanging out with them, you realize like, oh wow, like they're in a whole nother stratosphere. You know, this woman is actually healed, or she's actually mature, or this guy's actually intentional and he wants to lead you, and things of that nature. And when you do find something like that, you will truly have found something, that a person who's irreplaceable. Like, yeah, they're just another body, but their mentality, oh man, it's like hands down way better. But anyways, y'all, that's enough rapping or yapping for me. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to check out my Discord and all that other stuff. And I do have a challenge, an end of the year challenge. So I'll let y'all know about it next time. Peace out.